right, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code GoodFella1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Website, promo code, description. Thanks. All right, man. Here in Canelo and Kovalev is 99% done. Real close. Callum Smith and Demetrius Andrade are the alternates or backup plan for Canelo Alvarez. It's going down November. Las Vegas, not sure what the date is, but one thing about it is it's putting the pressure on Wilder and Ortiz to finalize the date in November, because Wilder and Ortiz legally has to happen by November because of the Tyson Fury fight being signed already for Deontay Wilder. So I'm not sure. I'm hearing that's going to be in Vegas in November as well. I think it's going to be the weekend or the Saturday before Black Friday and Thanksgiving. But I got some interesting news about Canelo Kovalev. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And it won't be a catch weight, okay? I guess at a catch weight, the WBO was not going to sanction the fight. Anything less than 175 pounds, they wasn't going to do it, is what I'm hearing. So it wasn't the fact that Kovalev negotiated the fight not to be at a catch weight. It ain't the fact that Kovalev refused to do it at a catch weight. The simple fact, it boiled down to the WBO, what I understand, and this is reportedly, allegedly, behind the scenes talk, is what I understand, the WBO, and I've been hearing this for the last week or two, the WBO was not sanctioned the fight unless it was at 175 pounds. So Canelo couldn't, finesse his way around that. He wants to fight for another title. So you have one title's at 54, 60, fake title at 68, and now 75, make him a could make him a 4-division world champ. So Canelo will be fighting Kovalev at 175 pounds. And I heard this a couple weeks ago, and I didn't want to report it until like something concrete came about it. But make it clear, this ain't Canelo being the boss and moving up to 75 on his own. This is the WBO forcing it to be at 175. Okay? And it's going to have a rehydration clause on it as well. Okay? So it's going to be like a Jacobs. I don't know if it's going to be 10 pounds where come Saturday morning, Kovalev can't rehydrate more than 185 pounds. I don't know if they're going to put 5 pounds, 7 pounds. They're going to negotiate 12 pounds. But I imagine it's probably going to be a 10-pound rehydration clause on that with a steep penalty if Kovalev doesn't make that weight. Now, Kovalev doesn't have an Eddie Hearn on his team. He has Bob and Kathy Duva. Bob Arum is one of the cheapest, most frugalest dudes you will find. But out of your most powerful and your most richest men in the world, they are some of the most frugalest guys out there. But I say that to bring Eddie Hearn to the picture because Eddie Hearn was willing to pay Danny Jacobs' penalty. I think it was like $500,000 per pound, a $250,000 per pound. Danny Jacobs came over, and Danny Jacobs, I believe it was reported that he missed. He missed the rehydration clause, and Eddie Hearn fronted the bill. So, a lot of people talk about the bad about Eddie Hearn, but he supported Danny Jacobs because he knew how big it was for Danny Jacobs. Even though Danny Jacobs disappointed him and still got the brakes and the rotors beat off his ass. But it's going to be a rehydration clause. That I don't know. I imagine it will be 10 pounds. So for people that don't understand, they weigh in on Friday, right? They have to make the 175-pound limit. Come Saturday morning, I don't know. It'll be West Coast time. So come Saturday morning, whenever that is, Western, whatever they do at Western time, Pacific, it's probably going to be 9 p.m. It's usually around that. 9 a.m. He can't weigh in more. Both fighters can't weigh in more than 185 pounds. And that's contingent on it being a 10-pound rehydration clause. So if it's 10, he can't come in at 185. If they make it 12 or less than 10, then come Saturday morning. But after that, he can, rehydrate to wherever he wants to. But the key about putting a rehydration clause the same day weigh-in is that overnight, your body could pack on so many pounds from the weigh-in being 12 p.m. Pacific time, and after the weigh-in, you could pack on pounds. You might have ate a small breakfast, maybe not. Come 12, you leave the weigh-in, you eat a breakfast, then you can eat a lunch, then you can eat a dinner. You know what I'm saying? Then you can eat a late night snack if you really. I just seen people pack on 20 pounds of guy in UFC overnight. And then you get up in the morning, shove protein shakes down your throat. You get up in the morning again, eat breakfast, eat lunch, maybe get a snack. So that 9 a.m. that 9 a.m. or same day weigh-in time is critical, because then you have to continue to make weight. You can't just eat all the lunch you want to eat, or the breakfast and lunch and the snacks you want to eat. You got to count your calories and watch your weight leading up to that 9 a.m. And after 9 a.m., you got to watch how much food you eat, because you still got to fight later on that night, and how your body going to process and digest the food. So it's critical, but it's going down in Vegas in November. The guy that knocked out Jorge Linares, was it Kano? He's going to be on the undercard as well. So Kano will be on the undercard. It's going to probably be at the T-Mobile. I understand that Golden Boys had that end of October, November date locked in for the T-Mobile Arena, unless they changed it. So it's probably going to be T-Mobile, November. Then you got the KSI and Logan YouTubers fighting. That kind of bumped Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz off their November date in Staples Center, and that's why they went to somewhere in Vegas. But also, I think Wilder and Ortiz were suffering injuries. I know Ortiz was suffering a hand injury as well, and he's holding camp in Los Angeles right now, Luis Ortiz. So it's going to be on the West Coast between Wilder and Ortiz, and it's going to be a jam-packed November. I think October 12th, Adrian Broner to return to him. He just got sued by a juror today. I think Erickson Lubin Goucher might land on that. I believe it will. Hogan is going to be off that card. He's going to be fighting Jamal Charlo unless they pack it in on the same card. Brian Castanos, I don't know who he's going to fight on that card. Then Gosvick and Baturbia is also in October in the Lou Crusoe Center, whatever it is, in Temple University in Philly. October 5th, you got Clarissa Shields taking on a girl in Flint. Also, October 5th, you got Dervinchenko and Triple G fighting for the vacant IBF that Canelo got stripped for. So you got a lot of fights in October. You got a lot of shit lapping over. Then you slide over to November. You're going to have Canelo, Kovalev probably early November, KSI and Logan in November in Staples Center. Then you're going to have Billy Joe on that undercard. Also, you're going to have Wilder and Ortiz also in November. So you're going to have a ton of fights in November. Showtime supposed to be cranking it up. Jamal Charlo is probably going to be fighting... he's going to be fighting Dennis Hogan, who's also fought at 160 and 168. I was ignorant to that. In addition to that, also you're going to have Tony Harrison and Jamel Charlo, fighting in December for sure. I'm not sure. I heard it's going to be on the Brooklyn Barclay card with J-Rock and Jared Hurd too. I'm not sure, but I know for sure. I talked to a couple people about Tony Harrison. He coming back in December versus Charlo. Also, you got Bud Crawford fighting Ingus and Lopez and Comey that same day, supposed to be as the Hurd and J-Rock card, December 14th. The Crawford card is all after the Heisman that day. In addition to that, you got Kale Jaffe and Juan Estrada supposed to be unifying that day on the zone. In addition to that, ESPN is putting a UFC pay-per-view featuring Emmanuel Nunes all December 14th. December 7th, you're gonna have Gervonta Tank Davis allegedly taking on Gamboa. I talked about that, but that fight can fall into January, early next year. Also, you're gonna have AJ versus Andy Ruiz too that day, December 7th. And Lomachenko can also come back. I heard possibly December 7th versus WBO mandatory. So you're gonna have a jam-packed October, November, December. You're gonna have some other fights that's probably gonna be announced as well too. You might see Austin Trout get back in there. And before I close it up on Canelo and Kovalev, yesterday I said Danny Garcia is the front runner, or it look like he's gonna fight Manny Pacquiao next. But I heard that Mikey Garcia might get that fight too, without having to fight Danny Garcia, because all of a sudden PBC may want to keep him from going to the zone, which I don't understand why it would matter. He has no value to PBC no more. But Mikey is a second option to fight Manny Pacquiao if Danny ain't the first option. So how I honestly see it playing out before I close the Canelo fight out, I think Danny get the crack, and then Manny Pacquiao gonna fight Mikey. So Manny Pacquiao 2020, if no Floyd Mayweather, gonna be Danny Garcia and Mikey Garcia is gonna be his 2020. He gonna fight twice next year and get the bags and get out. But hey, like I said before, Canelo with rehydration clause, but he's fighting Kovalev at 175. November, Las Vegas, Kano on the undercard. All right, and I'm not sure who else gonna be on the undercard, but hey, appreciate everybody for checking in. If you want to make a donation, that link's in the description, but share the video. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I appreciate the love, support for real, man. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, at thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Get you 18% off their 100% all natural products. Check them out. Website, promo code, description again. Keep sharing the videos. Let me know what you think about Canelo moving up to 175 and fighting Kovalev without that catch weight, but with a rehydration clause. Goodfella Sports TV. One time for the one time we go.